It's me, Christian, for your midweek update. Everything's going great. It's finally like getting warm. I'm wearing my winter coat right now, and at work, it's getting really it's getting really fucking warm. Like in like around 2 o'clock, I started like sweating. I had to take it off, but I don't wear like appropriate shirts at work. I just wear like a little just like a t-shirt. You know what I mean? A tee. And I'm supposed to wear something like this, but since I've been wearing like that, like a sweater to cover that, I didn't see a point to put on that collar shirt. But man, it's I like it. I like this time because you can see that the sun is setting a little later. You could start feeling that sense of spring coming, and I like that. I like that time. I can't wait until we get was it spring forward in March, because that's the best time. I love it when it's like 8 o'clock and the sun is still out, because you feel like the day, you still have the day, which like fall backwards. Like it's 5 o'clock. It's completely dark outside. It feels like you should go inside before the wolves get you. I don't like that time. Like me and my brother Diego, we're on the same page with that. And my brother Omar, he likes it when we fall back. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. My personal week update. Well, I want to go see my dad on Sunday, and I said that I was gonna go eat at Douglas on Wednesday for my dad's birthday. No, Thursday for my dad's birthday. And however, my brother Diego said he didn't want to eat Douglas because it always upsets his stomach. So we opted for Albert's for some reason, because that doesn't make his stomach hurt. It made my stomach hurt. I got a taco salad, and the next day my stomach was like, "Urgh." And so I mean, I compromised. The reason we went to Albert's also is because my dad, he loved those taquitos from over there. And yeah, it was we had a we ate at my mom's house. And after we were done, I left home and I said happy birthday, out loud, happy birthday, dad. But on Sunday morning, I got up unusually early on a Sunday. I think I got up like around 8. Stayed in bed for a little bit, but then I got my shit together and went out to breakfast at 10. No, at 9. And I texted my brother Joe if he wanted to come to Douglas with me to eat breakfast, and he said he was all right. So it was just John, Alex, and me. We went to Douglas to eat breakfast, and it was so trippy because the cook that was there in the '90s, when my father first introduced me to that burger joint, he was there making breakfast, and it was almost like a little time capsule. Yeah, the cook and the cook and the waitresses, they were older, obviously, but the way they were, it was just like, it's like they never changed. You know what I mean? It's like we're stepping back into the past. And I got a little sentimental as I was eating my bacon and eggs, because I saw people were talking to the cook, mostly like the truck drivers. It seems like the guy was saying, it's like, oh, mi carga la mañana se va a ir, este vez, whatever. Like I heard like there was like a truck driver talking to the chef the way my dad spoke to the chef. And I was it got me a little choked up. And even the waitress, she noticed that I wasn't there. She haven't been there in a while. And she's all like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?" It's like, "Oh, I just been busy." And but the truth of the matter is, the reason I haven't been there is because it's the food over there is so expensive. But it's delicious. But it's really it's quite it's an arm and a leg. But after that, I picked up my brother Diego. We want to go see my dad, and I give him some flowers. We stayed there for, I say, about 15 minutes, and then we spent the rest of the Sunday. He did his errands for the day, and I did my errands for the day, which is going to the grocery store, doing laundry, putting things away, getting ready for Monday, blah blah blah. And now I'm here, and you know what? I feel good. However, did you guys, you know, did you guys know that this week was the last week that in Southern California, our Disneyland, they're shutting down Splash Mountain. Like the ride is still there, but they're gonna change the whole theme of it. It's no longer going to be Splash Mountain. It's going to be like the Bayou Adventure from the Princess and the Frog, because people felt that Splash Mountain, because of the where it came from, like from the movie The Songs of the South, it was a bit racist. They glorified the plantation era. And I grew up with Splash Mountain. Like to me, like it was always there. When I think of Disneyland, I always think of the Magic Mountain, Splash Mountain, Thunder Mountain. And for to see them go, it kind of sucks. I understand it, but I don't like change. I wish that they just kept it the way it is. But I saw the floor plans, the concept work of the way the new ride's going to look like. It looks interesting. It looks fun. Very flashy because it's the Bayou, and I guess it aligns with their whole New Orleans look in that area of Disneyland. So it matches with the theme of their where they're at the park. But yeah, they're gonna reopen in 2024. It was sad. It was sad to see like the TikTok videos, to see like the the people who work there, the cast members, ride the log ride for the last time at Splash Mountain. And yeah, it's just where things change. And you know what? Also, since we're on the subject of Disneyland, Disney, the company, is going to celebrate its 100 years of providing us with their Disney magic. Yeah, and on January 27th, it's going to be 100 years since the Disney company has been open. And wow, talk about an American company, man! Like, yeah, I'm just so fascinated with Walt Disney, like the way he began, like where he grew up, and like his influences, and how he really didn't really he wanted to capture the imagination of being a kid, and having like and being an adult and being a kid, like to have a safe theme park. And like his movies, and like they were so he was a man that started like, well, this billion-dollar company that's swallowing up all these other companies like Marvel and Fox. And who knows, like this, I mean, who would have known that this little company that started off like in this small house, a small building, it just blew up. And it's just like it's so like it when like Mickey Mouse, if you show that cartoon anywhere in the world, everyone's gonna know it's Mickey Mouse. No one, you have to live under a rock. Literally, you you just show Mickey Mouse to somebody or Goofy, they're gonna know automatically that character. And so interesting. Like I follow this Disney TikTok videos. Like it's like they showed me a documentary like in when he was like in the 60s, where he was doing like the intro before his TV shows, like, hey, I'm Walt Disney, and today we're on the on the Disney movie. And it's so trippy, it's so cool to watch. And like, his life is with didn't have it was not without controversy. And people know about he was struggling with like the labor unions when he employed these the animators in Burbank, and he wouldn't bend the knee, but eventually he did. And ever since he he gave the okay to have an animator union, he never felt the same towards his employees anymore. And it's so crazy, man. Like, you guys should definitely check out some documentaries of Walt Disney. You'll just get so lost in like his life, and like what could have been if he was around still, like to see Disney World when it was completed with Epcot. Because with Epcot, he wanted to create like a neighborhood, like a city, a self-sustained city. But that didn't end up happening. But yeah, it was cool, man. I hope you guys are doing great, man. Like, comment your favorite Disney movie, and we'll converse during this live update. But my favorite Disney movie, it would have to be animated movie, would be Pinocchio. And I guess for the live action ones, that's kind of difficult because I do like Hocus Pocus. I do like the Flight of the Navigator, and what else? Some other stuff too. But yeah, it's like a lot. It's so crazy to be in this age, to see them turn 100 years old. And actually, before I stop the Disney stuff, there was a rumor going around that was totally fake, that they were going to do $100 bill of Walt Disney. And that was completely a bullshit. But everybody was thinking that was real. Like from January until February, they're just printing out $100 bills, U.S. currency, of Walt Disney's face, and behind, and the other side of the $100 was the Disney Castle. And it was just a spoof. But a lot of people on the internet thought it was real. And when I read that, I'm like, there's no fucking way that like they're gonna print Disney's face like on U.S. currency. That's preposterous. And of course, it was fake. But anyways, on another update, if you guys are fans of Rick and Morty and Solar Opposites, unfortunately, Justin Roiland, the creator, the voice, the two title characters from Rick and Morty, he got fired from Adult Swim because of this domestic charges that stem from 2020. that he was in a fight with his girlfriend. He illegally kidnapped her, and some other stuff came out like about that incident. And he has not convicted. He's just charged with it. Or is it the same thing? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but he's still finding it out in court. But because of that, he got fired from Adult Swim and Hulu, and he has two animated shows on both of those platforms. And I think he's still going to get paid because he's the creator of that show. He's part of the creator of Rick and Morty and Solar Opposites. And so they're recasting the voice of Rick and Morty, and they're doing like a frantic search because they're in the middle of I believe is their seventh season of Rick and Morty, and they have a quite of a they basically have a whole season to fill. And the people who work at Rick and Morty, they're scrambling to find a replacement. So I mean, it's I heard a lot of people with their impressions, their Rick and Morty, like they're pretty dead on. So I don't think they'll have trouble finding somebody to replace him. But that guy Justin Roland, he's so good with improvisation that that's something that's going to be lost because like sometimes there are moments where he's recording himself as those characters and he just improvises some dialogue and they keep it. So we're going to lose part of that because you can't. That's something you just can't go over. You could copy somebody's like voice, the character, but that talent that goes behind it, like the coming up with those ideas on the spot, that's going to be lost. So I think it's going to hinder season seven a little bit because we're losing that part of that magic. But that sucks. Yeah, but what can you do? Because you work for these companies and they have when you're signing these contracts, they state like under this clause, under a decency clause or whatever clause that you're terminated for whatever reason. And it's like working for like any other company. Like you get a DUI or you go to jail for whatever, and the company finds out, and it's part of your contract that you can't, you know, you have to be a good standing citizen. Then the company has every right to fire you because you're that's how it is. Um, that sucks though. I really enjoyed like Rick and Morty. I really think that guy Justin is like a very talented individual, and that sucks. That sucks, man. Let's see what else do I have. Oh yeah, how can I forget? This week we also had the Oscar nominations, and you know what? It was pretty interesting. Like I didn't know this at all. I didn't. This came out of left field. I didn't think this was gonna happen, but uh, Top Gun Maverick is nominated for Best Picture, which is kind of crazy. I never thought. I mean, I saw the movie; it was pretty good. I didn't watch it in the big screen, in the silver screen, but you know what? I saw it in Texas, and my brother, since he's a Texan, he had a 70-inch television, and he was hooked up. They had a great entertainment system, and it felt like I was in the movie theater. I mean, it was a big screen, the sound was just going crazy all over the place, and I was vested in it. It was good, but is it Best Picture good to be nominated? I don't know. I don't think so. I thought it was a pretty good like a summer blockbuster, but I don't think it's in the caliber of being nominated as a best picture. Because I don't know. Like personally, this is my own opinion. They never specified who the bad guy was in Maverick Top Gun. It always says the enemy, and the reason they did that is because they didn't want to piss off China or Russia. They made the enemy like literally vague. Who is the enemy? Well, the enemy has this fucking nuclear thing in the bottom of this chasm, in the mountain chasm. And but yeah, well, kudos to them. What else? What else? Who else is nominated for the Academy Award? Let me bring up my little chart. Well, I know what's it called that everywhere and everything at the same time is nominated for Academy Award, and I think that's going to win Best Picture. They said it's the first sci-fi picture to be nominated, and I think it has a pretty good chance of getting it because all the other ones like All Quiet on the Western Front, The Fableman, which is Steven Spielberg's semi autobiography about him being a filmmaker. I don't think that's going to win. Maybe it might win Best Director for Spielberg, but I don't think it's going to get a Best Picture. Um, and I my money on everybody else that's nominated. I think it's going to go to Everything and Everywhere and at the same time for best original screenplay as well. And who knows, maybe the best actor as well. And for the animated pictures, Red is nominated, and same as Pinocchio. And I don't know. I think Del Toro's Pinocchio might win it because it's pretty. If you haven't seen the Del Toro movie, it's the Pinocchio movie. It's really good. It's an adult Pinocchio, and yeah, you should check it out. It's not for kids. I don't think it's for kids unless like they're teenagers, but for like little, Nancy was 5 years old. Yeah, let them watch the Disney movie, so they could keep their innocence. Let's see what else is in my update. Oh yeah, well, I guess on another update, this Sunday, because I was supposed to sell my book at this fair, at this what's it called, farmers market, not farmers market, pop up, when it was raining, but they postponed it until this coming Sunday. So I'm going to be in Uptown Whittier selling my book. And truth be told, the last time I was selling my book in Long Beach at the Long Beach Swap Meet, I only sold one book, and that was like getting kicked in the balls, guys. Everybody was telling me no, left and right, no, 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 and they were reading it, and they put it down. It's like no, 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 not this time. And yeah, and I hope I'll have a better turnout at the Uptown Whittier pop up event. I'll be over there if you guys want to check me out. Shake my hands, take pictures, buy my book. That'll be great. I'll be it'll be great to see you guys there. But who knows? I'll do like a little live over there. I'm a little nervous. This is the first event of the year, and I'm really trying to get into like the Comic Cons. But like every time I go to go look for the application to get a table over there, like I don't find the link anywhere, and I even emailed WonderCon. I don't see the link. Can you send me the link? It's like sending it to the void. Like I didn't hear anything from them. It's like been 2 or 3 weeks, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope I have a good time. I hope I get people to hold my book for a little bit because I'm still struggling, but not beaten. But I hope you guys are doing good. Remember, if you're watching us for the first time, please remember to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. And we're gonna do a show sometime soon. I'll let you guys know. And I'm gonna secure the talent. We're gonna have a great conversation. But once we get that set up, I'll let you guys know. But until next time, folks, I hope you guys have a good Wednesday. We're almost to the weekend. It's getting warm. Well, it's gonna rain again this weekend, but you know what? It's only gonna be for a little bit. But until next time, folks, have a good night. I'll see you guys soon and stay safe. Bye, guys.